How well do you think you know Martin Luther King Jr.? You may be familiar with his iconic "I Have a Dream" speech or his tireless work for civil rights. But there's so much more to this influential figure's life and legacy. Here are 10 facts you may not know about Martin Luther King Jr. Firstly, did you know that King's birth name was Michael, not Martin? His father, a pastor at Atlanta's Ebenezer Baptist Church, traveled to Germany and was inspired by the Protestant Reformation leader Martin Luther. He changed his own name as well as that of his 5-year-old son. Secondly, King was an exceptional student. He skipped grades 9 and 12, entering Morehouse College at the tender age of 15. There, he studied medicine and law, but was later drawn to theology. This leads us to the third point. King received his doctorate in systematic theology. After 3 years of theological study at Crozer Theological Seminary in Pennsylvania, King was awarded a doctorate from Boston University in 1955. Fourthly, King's "I Have a Dream" speech was not his first at the Lincoln Memorial. 6 years before his iconic oration, King was among the civil rights leaders who spoke in the shadow of the great emancipator during the prayer pilgrimage for freedom in 1957. Moving on, King was imprisoned nearly 30 times. He was arrested for acts of civil disobedience and on trumped-up charges, such as when he was jailed in Montgomery, Alabama in 1956 for driving 30 miles per hour in a 25-mile-per-hour zone. Sixth, King narrowly escaped an assassination attempt a decade before his death. While on a book tour, a mentally ill woman stabbed him in the chest with a letter opener. Seventh, King's last public speech foretold his death. In it, he told an audience at Mason Temple Church in Memphis, "I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we, as a people, will get to the promised land." The eighth fact is that members of King's family did not believe James Earl Ray acted alone. They believed that the government was involved in his murder. Ninth, King's mother, Alberta Williams King, was also slain by a bullet. She was playing the organ at a Sunday service when Marcus Wayne Cheneau Jr. shot and killed her. Lastly, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Cesar Chavez are the only other Americans to have had their birthdays observed as a national holiday. In 1986, during Ronald Reagan's presidency, Martin Luther King Jr. Day was officially recognized as a national holiday. These 10 facts provide a deeper understanding of Martin Luther King Jr., his life, his struggles, and his legacy. From his original name to his precocious entrance into college, his numerous imprisonments to his near miss with death, and finally to his family's tragic experiences and his national recognition, King's story is one of courage, conviction, and a commitment to equality and justice.